What's up, guys? It's your boy Little Mickey here, and right now I'm going to talk about something in which I've been hearing on social media regarding, the recent release of Masicka's album, right? And persons they have been comparing it to his previous album, and also comparing Masicka once more to you know, Alkaline, right? Now, versus, now the topic comes up, right? When you talk about Masicka's recent album, the topic is here of who has the best album or what makes a great album because persons they're saying, yo, you know, Arca is the bigger artist and you know, Masicka. It's like many persons they be acting like, yo, Masicka nothing now go on for Masicka, like, they on no level none at all. And then kind of way them. Like who has a compilation of a good body of work, who is capable of because when the artists create when they're trying to create albums, they have a lot of songs which they have to choose from. I know, compile something, but what makes a great album, what makes a great body of work, right? Well, personally for me, what makes a great body of work is the ability to tell a story, the ability to have a topic. So if you start from point A, right? So for instance, your first album was about, poverty and to the last part of the album is stating like you're actually coming out of poverty, right? But then your second album it has to deal with like the things that you have to deal with while you know you're on the top or the fight that you're getting in life and all of that. Like the whole album has to be able to tell a story. And to me, one good point that I feel like Masicka really capitalizes on is telling a story. Like his albums, they seem to have a theme, right? They seem to have a theme, and he mainly sticks to that theme to actually tell a story. You can actually understand that this artist is an artist that he has been through a lot of pain, right? And this is how he feels. This is the main overarching theme in this song, like the pain, and how you have to fight in a way to come out of it. You understand? And many of us we can relate to that. You understand? We can relate to like pain and all of those kind of things. Some persons they would say, yo, Alkaline has the better body of work because they know the boss from back then and the kind of vibes that he actually gives to them, the vibes that he actually brings to the table. It is very reminiscent of the Alkaline that they knew back then, right? But for me personally, like the way how he puts together like a body of work is not to my liking, to be honest. And I'm not going to say like, it's not a good artist. I know like me saying this right now, like the way how he puts together a body of work, I know that this is this kind of would give some people some heartaches or heart attacks and those kind of ways, you understand? But that's not the point of it. It's a good artist just the same, you understand? But the way how he puts together an album, it feels random, even though it's calculated and thought out. Like the way how it does it, it feels random. Like there is no storyline, and I get it. I understand like the artist. I understand how he is. But when he was coming out, like he had a storyline in which you could follow, and many persons they're going to say, yo, you have fight against the artist because he has certain things and they kind of get it. But no, that's not the case. That this is just my personal outlook on things, right? And no matter how rich you be, you have a storyline. Something is currently happening to you right now. You're not just rich and you're alright and like no now bother you again and you're just floating above the stars and all that and something. Nothing goes so. Nothing goes so, not at all. Nothing goes so. You understand? If you can even take for example like even the bigger artists them like even Kanye West and all of those kind of people when them bust you realize that every one of their album have some kind of theme about it. You understand? It's not just a random collection of music. You understand? All it has a theme and it makes them feel like humans. You understand? Not saying that, Young Lord is not a human and all of that, but constructing an album, I feel like Masicka more focuses on storytelling and Alkaline more focuses on, I feel like he randomly puts together everything, right? In order to create his body of work. You understand? Now, the way how he does it is strategic on his end, and how he likes to do things and all of those kind of ways. You understand that's his style, and he has like persons who gravitate to that kind of style. But when it comes to an album, still, cause many persons they be saying, yo, they have a lot to say about what makes a great album because some persons they feel like, you know, it's the amount of money that the album makes or the amount of streams that the album gets that makes it a great album or one of the timeless projects, right? The streams we get make it a timeless project, and I disagree with that, to be honest. Strongly disagree with that. When you look at artists like 6ix9ine in America and so on, like most of his songs are trash. Man like even Travis Scott, you understand? Big artists just the same, you understand? But most of their music is trash. You see me? And they make a lot of money off of what they're doing. They sell out shows and all of those kind of things. Now I know that we're talking about dancehall, but when we're talking about what makes a great album, we have to bring up certain things because I feel like certain people they get lost in understanding certain things because they'll be talking about like they feel like it's money that the person is making that makes their work a great body of work. And that's not the case because you can be singing about nonsense. Once people gravitate to the nonsense that you're singing, you're going to make money. And they're going to come to your shows. That does not mean that you're making quality. Right? When you're making quality music, it is something that people can actually sit down and emotionally connect to. You understand? Emotionally connect to. Even if you're not a fan of the person, you can really sit down and connect to that particular project. That is a masterpiece for me. You understand? That is a masterpiece for me. You see me? And today, in today's world, like you won't have a lot of masterpieces being glorified. Like if you see how the music is right now, like people more they gravitate to nonsense, to be honest. Like they gravitate to things that it's just trash music that is just here for a little time and then it just die out. Like it's not a song that you're going to listen a couple years from now unless you're a die-hearted, fanatic, right? That is how you withdraw into certain music. Like it's not universally, do you say, acclaimed, right? Now, if a person has a fan base, they will always be on top, to be honest. That's just the case of it. Whether they're singing trash or they're singing good music, they will always be on top if they have a fan base. You see me? Once they have a good fan base, once they connect with their fans, you understand? They will always have a fan base. If you look on the rappers, some of them I'm not even sure how they connect with people, but they connect. You see me? Now, comparing, and I'm not saying that, young lad they sing trash on it or something, but I'm just setting the record straight because a lot of persons they feel like, yo, because young lad stream more than, Masicka, that means that he have better this, better that. No, I don't feel like that. He has a more dedicated fan base to him. He has persons that create vlogs about him every day. Me not say Masicka have that. You see me not say Masicka have this cult following. No, I don't see that any at all. You see me? I don't see that for Masicka. So with Masicka now, he may be going upstream with his kind of thing. But I feel like at the end of the day, he'll get to where he wants to be, regardless of the all kind of things were in a way like that. He will eventually get to where he wants to be and all of them kind of things like, because everybody road not gonna be same. Some man gonna have to fight it harder, regardless of talent and all of them things. Some man gonna just have to fight out it. You see me? Until then get things that they deserve in their life. So Alkaline is a big artist, just the same. Masicka is a big artist, you see me? But in terms of putting together an album, I feel like Masicka, he puts together an album well, and he focuses on the emotions well, right? That is what Masicka does at his best, right? And he focuses on a theme of a project in order to put it together, right? Yeah, I feel like when it comes to Alkaline, now Alkaline, as I said before, he randomly puts together things, right? He randomly puts together his music to create an album. And he's a person like this. He does not like to, like to tell you what go on now. Maybe first time Alkaline used to, you know, glad to tell you what go on now. I sing out everything, but this Alkaline now is more reserved than the first time, and so he not gonna sing about nothing what go on now in his life. And if you're not a die-hearted fan, there may be this disconnect. You understand? Everybody have their fan base, and everybody have, persons where they listen to, how they meet and all of them kind of things. But this was just my views of, what makes a great album and all of them kind of things, and I hope that you guys liked what I had to say. And even if you did not like what I had to say, also like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, man. So this has been your boy Mickey, and I'm out.